tuning to the Amplify Radio and listening.
Yes, Wagwan family, karibuni sana to another beautiful episode of the Africa Today show right here on the Black of Fire Network radio station. Hope you guys are doing amazing. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from my end, and I hope you guys are doing amazing on this wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. It has been our end. I hope you're having a fair day and to your side, and I hope you're also in great health and peace. Big up to everyone with me on TikTok. Shout out to you, Dark Tooth, Karibu Sana. Big up to Nutritious. Am I reading that correctly? Nutritious. If I'm pronouncing it correctly, yeah. Good evening to you, to rather good morning to you, or whatever the time is on your end. Karibu Sana. And I also see we got Dark Tooth Apple with the compliments. I appreciate. Thank you so much, and thank you for always tuning in on these amazing shows and episodes. So to everyone with me on Facebook, on YouTube, on the radio station as well, and also with us on Spreaker. I hope you guys are catching me loud and clear. And also remember we are live on the show page as well. So in case you want to ping about the show, I am connected. What are your thoughts regarding what we shall be talking and discussing today? Okay, Williams, Karibu Sana, and I see you are on your lunch break. Of course, as expected, if you're eating ugali, I hope you're eating something strong because you need it. And also see you saying that sorry to hear about your divorce. God damn, who is this husband of mine? Who is this mysterious husband? Have you been having prophecies of my divorce? But shout out to you, Karibu. I hope you're doing great. Nice to see you this amazing afternoon. I bet it is on your end. For me, it is exactly 8 minutes past 9 p.m. Today, we shall be talking about the New York governor. And of course, this is a topic we've been talking about when it comes to the illegal migrants or the aliens, who have been now flocking the U.S. itself from different parts of the borders and all that. We've been discussing and seeing what the U.S. government is all about and what they want to fund, how they want to fund these people with different, health insurance. We've seen about housing, and where they even have the audacity of choosing how or which type of house they want. And now we can see that also the New York governor has come forth, and she has said that this is not actually, they're not doing this because it's a right thing. They're doing this for the migrants and for the city of New York. And the very big question comes in: how can a governor plan to deal with migrants, while we have 70,000 of whom who are supposed to be cared for in her own city. She's not even tackling about the things that are that are happening in us, in a state, but she is tackling things that literally are, about people who are literally invaders and illegal people. But anyway, karibuni sana. I see Nigeria says what people are talking about Tanzania. I am not getting you correctly, but karibu sana. I'm not getting what's your question? What people am I talking about? And I'm talking about New York. That shall be our major focus of the day, and the illegal migrants, where we can see them being funded different, being provided with different favors or different things, which we've seen that especially the black people who are going to suffer the most, and even majority of the white people. So karibuni sana, that shall be our major focus of the day. Shall also be talking about Niger and Russia, which has agreed to develop its military ties, which is a positive, story to talk about. And also we want to talk about a story that happened in 2020, where we had a young man. I don't know what age of he was by then, but we had a young man who was killed by 3 police officers, and now they are being cleared and they're literally being funded 500,000 million, no, 500,000, yeah, 500,000 US dollars. And this is as they leave the police that they were working for, rather the station they were working at. But this brings a very big question, and which is not very new, the white supremacy and how it gets to literally work. When it comes to especially the black people and the Black Lives Matter agenda, which is so fake, we shall be talking about that. But starting first and foremost, what is happening? Earlier today, I did talk about Rwanda. That was major focus of the day, where we saw Anthony Blinken and Kagame actually were supposed to meet and have some talks. This is regarding what has been happening that is in between DRC Congo and Rwanda, and which also Museveni is involved. I'm surprised to see that he's not been called to tackle on anything or to talk about anything, but I want to talk about where we see that the Kagame has come out and called on, apart from the mission that he went to talk about. This is why you know how these people are so corny and liars, and how they don't focus again on matters that involve their people, but the interests that serve the people who control their countries. And shout out to Keith for educating me this today, where I learned we thought that Africa is just a failing continent. But if you look at the division of the borders in these countries, starting in Nigeria, I didn't know up to date. This is what I was educated today. I didn't know that Nigeria was not stated as a country, but as a company. And if you come think about it, like I was saying earlier today, figuring this puzzle out is that not just Nigeria, but the rest of the African countries are all set up as companies, which will never ever develop economically. They're always just drowning and sinking. But the reason why I'm talking about that, and where I'm saying all these puppets are all the same, I see that Kagame actually in today's meeting, I don't know what the meeting was all about, but of course we had Anthony Blinken, and I'll be taking through the article as you get to see what it is all about. We have the Rwanda president, Paul Kagame, who has suggested that he's going to give back UK the money that they gave, and this is when it comes to actually Rwanda accepting the asylum seekers. If you relate our major focus of the day about the migrants and what Kagame is doing, it is all in the same case. But they're saying that Rwanda President Paul Kagame has said he will return money to UK if not asylum seekers are sent to his country. If no asylum seekers, are sent to his country under his deal with the government. And the UK has paid, or did pay 240 million euros to Rwanda, with a further 50 million euro to come. So far, no asylum seekers have been sent to the country. And I was reading earlier today that actually the UK government itself is complaining, where we have over, I think, a couple of thousands of people who are missing just within the country. And I bet is where you come into, I mean, why can the situation be good at your own place? Why do you have to be taken back here? That is the number one question. What is the aim of them bringing these asylum seekers to Rwanda? This is not part of neo-colonialism, there's another agenda that is literally behind all this, and we need to literally understand. But they're saying that asked why he was taking the money, why he was taking the money, Mr. Kagame said it's only going to be used if those people will come, and if they don't come, we can return the money. I mean, this guy is lying because he's already built houses. And shout out to Sister Jewel, because I remember she broke it down for me on one day on the comment section. They have already built houses for these people, while we have these people who have literally no houses. It's crazy. Back then, we've had a lot of positive talks when it comes to Rwanda. And this goes back to the question of how they gained their wealth. You know, it is crazy again how the rest of the African countries look so fucked up, but Rwanda is developing. Only the city, because we're not sure about the ground, how much of the poverty porn is there, because Rwanda people do not talk. So when he says that he's going to take back the money, he's lying, because he's already funded the houses for these asylum seekers, and this is just all a mumble talk. But we have Kit in the building. Karibu sana.
Asante sana there, Joey.
How you doing?
How you doing?
I'm good.
doing all right. A little cold down here. I'm all right.
Hope it's not freezing again. It's not
Yeah,
snowing, I mean.
it's not snowing. I wasn't in no snow. I was in ice and sleep, but yeah, it's still cold as hell for this part of the country. Shit.
Okay. Be
Now,
careful, be careful.
This South Texas ain't supposed to be like this. But anyway, let's shout out to this fake global warming. This is global warming, family, and it's freezing like hell in a tropical place like Southern Texas. Yeah. Yeah. What
We shall be talking about that as well.
What are you talking about?
We shall be talking about that as well, but our major focus shall be on still the illegal migrants, which we see the New York governor has said that she's going to be providing housing, of course, healthcare, and a lot of things piled up, while people in the states of New York are questioning about how she has not been able to fulfill what she promised the people of the state. Yeah, so it is crazy. And I'm talking about
because she's a puppet, family. She's a puppet. Hold on, let me see. All these governors are puppets of the Rothschilds and Rockefellers. Now you clearly see it. These are selected puppets like in Africa. Okay, you got no election system in the United States no more. You clearly see it. They don't do shit for any Americans. Okay, but what's happening in Rwanda, Joby?
Well, it's the same thing, because we see that Kagame, today we had a meeting. I'll be going through a few articles, because we shall also be talking about the global warming, which is part of the meeting that we saw today. On today's show, I was discussing about Kagame meeting Blinken, and within this meeting,
now remember, Anthony
going to return the money.
Let me say this. And the ferry closed. It's frozen up here. Even the ferry's closed. See, we gotta know Anthony Blinken. I told you.
Okay.
Cat with the small hat. Anthony Blinken is attached to Epstein through Ghislaine Maxwell, who was part of the Mossad and doing these honey traps with these children, and these politicians sleeping with these children. Anthony Blinken's daddy and Anthony Blinken are one friend removed from Epstein. They're all part of the Epstein thing. Ain't that funny? But he's just Secretary of State of the United States, and he has Israeli dual citizenship. He's an Israeli, but he's the Secretary of State of the United States. But he's an Israeli. Please make that make sense. Help me out. Help my poor dumb ass out, please.
But I see Raskash Karibu Sana in the building is saying it is 72 degrees on your end right now. That is in Palm Beach County, Florida. Okay.
Hey, is that cold? Whoa, I'm going. Is that cold in Palm Beach? Yay!
Yeah.
I'm headed down there too, Roz. I don't think I gotta go over to Palm Beach. I think I'm just going over to Cocoa Beach If I'm not mistaken, that's gonna be Cocoa Beach over on the western side over the Sarasota. They ain't told me yet, but it's gonna be. I thought it's gonna be nice and warm in Florida. It's gonna be that cold. 32 degrees. Jesus Christ.
Hope you've been warm, markets with you. But yes, we're talking about Rwanda, and today Kagame has had a lot to say, together with Blinken. But they're saying that Rwanda President Paul Kagame has said he will return the money to the UK if no asylum seekers are sent to his country under his deal with the government. Now, when he was given 240 million euros, and is going to be added another 50 million euros. And he said that so far, this money cannot continue piling up if no one is going to come to his country, because this money is supposed to be used for the purpose of these people. But the question is, we've seen he has already built houses for these people. So why are you lying about you not using the money? Because how are you able to fund the houses that these people are going to stay in? Because if I'm connecting the dots very well, this is the same thing that the United States is doing, starting with Anthony Blinken himself, trying to protect and fight for these migrants to fit in, giving them health insurance and all that. Where are all the money coming from? Because where is Kagame getting money that Kenya cannot get to fund for their people? Or why can't he? Why didn't he have the money before to fund for houses for his people? Because
exactly. Who live in all kind of fucked up houses in Rwanda. The city we always show you Kigali. Go to the rural areas of Rwanda and it's fucked up. Fucked up. Fucked up. Fucked up. And his people better not say anything or they'll get magically unalived. They'll get unalived, Joby. You shut your filthy mouth.
It is crazy. So for me, understanding these leaders, how they act, because we've seen this with our president when we had 1,000 soldiers who were supposed to be deployed in Haiti. He had already pocketed the money, and then we saw the Kenyan court coming and trying to make this motion to they took the matter to their own hands and said that this is not going to happen and all that. But despite everything, it still happened. We're supposed to see 1,000 soldiers being deployed because this guy already pocketed the money. And this
because you don't. I mean, they're letting you know you don't live in a real country. You don't have a rule of law like America. See, when laws are not adhered to, that means you live in a lawless country. The law says you clearly cannot do this. It goes against Kenyan law. So you just say, well, fuck the law. I'm going to do what I want to do. Then you don't live in a democracy or a real country. You live in a dictatorship because now I get to make the rules. Like America. No one gave Biden the right to go bomb Yemen. The president doesn't have that right. But guess what? They usurped, the cats with the small hats have usurped the Congress and the Constitution. That's why Biden's not in jail. They bombed Yemen a few days ago. Nobody gave Biden that power. That comes to the Congress. We're not saying Congress wouldn't have voted for it because they're all corrupt too. But he didn't go to Congress to ask permission to do it. That's the law. That's how America's supposed to work according to our fake Constitution. But it's lawlessness. So we have a lawless country, a lawless government. It's all a scam.
It is crazy. It is crazy. But I'm trying to understand, what is the agenda if it is not neo-colonialism, if it is not them trying to invade Africa and take over multiple of lands? What is the agenda of them pushing asylum seekers to Rwanda? Because these people want to extend and
because eventually, Joby, you as Africans are considered weak and docile. So in their later generations, like in Israel, they'll start taking over that part of Africa and push you Negroes out by murdering kids. They're gonna push you out because you'll be like, oh, we white people, we love the white man, and he'll smack you in your mouth, and you'll take it, and I'll take over the country. Say, now this is the white man's land, like they tried to do Kenya before the Africans fought. That's what's about, Joe. That's what's up.
It's gonna be even much worse if our women don't stay woke. Like what we can see right now, how they're so easily manipulated. They are so easily
Yeah.
dragged into situations that
Oh,
are leading them to what we can, like we've been talking about this week. This is gonna actually lead to a lot of mulattoes, having a lot of mulattoes, a lot of literally
yeah.
our race being wiped out if you're
That's
not
right.
careful. That's what I'm gonna
That's
say.
right. Yeah. That's in one of the major books that every African should read. I first came in and like to read that book. It's called The Destruction of Black Civilization. Because that was the goal. I want Africa, Joby, without your black ass on it. It's wealthy. I don't want you there. You're a moron. I need to get rid of you. I want Africa without you there. So the Chinese are doing it. The white man's been doing it. And I'll come and make my mulattoes because you're a moron. I gave you self-hate. You hate yourself. You say, oh, the light-skinned baby is better looking. And that's what I do to you goofy women. You'll worship me
It is
and I'll
great.
smack you in the mouth.
Mm-hmm. It is crazy because I want to quote again Professor Lumumba. It is only in
That's why
Africa.
that black. That's why that black girl was flexing on you back in the day when you was living in damn Carroll and whatever that shit part of Kenya was called. Um, Carroll, what was it called? Carroll over there. And she had a white man at the grocery store trying to flex on you, Joby. Look at my white man, Joe Peter. Look at him.
Anyway, I'm saying that I want to quote Professor Lumumba and his words because of what Kagame is doing and him trying to scam us with his puppet talk.
Here we go.
It's only
Let's
in
see what little mama
Africa
said.
where we allow everyone to come
And
in.
Kagame is allowing in with
Now he said
the
it's only my internet is bad. He said it's only in Africa where people are allowed to come in how they want, and it's always any other race, but not even when our Black American people come here. There's that, feeling warm and all that, but at the same time, you're cautioned, oh, don't come to Africa. It's full of diseases and all that. But the rest of the people come here and won't speak about how good Africa is, but want to speak about the negativity about it. And despite the negativity, they do it. They bring the racism here, all the debauches and dirty behaviors right here. So this makes all sense, and it is a high time where, again, if you want to form an Africa state, one Africa state, like the state of Africa, we should be able to close our borders. Like our borders should be very strict. Our border itself, the continent itself, before you get here, you as a white man, as an Indian, as a Chinese, I don't care. So long as you know African, it should be very hard for you, because that's how they make it so hard for us to be able to live freely in their own environment. You don't breathe, you don't talk, because you are a Black person. And due to that, I want to shift a little bit from this to this story, because I was reading a story of this guy, like I said. Let me find his name. This is a sad story. Manuel Ellis. I don't know how many of you know this story happened 3 years ago, where we had 3 officers who not only beat this man before them detaining him, but they ended up killing him. And since 2020, the family has been seeking justice, but nothing ever happened. And to the other shock of today, literally, and which is not even surprising, because we've been seeing this every single time, is that these police officers have been freed, and they will each receive $500,000 to leave the police department that they were working. So let me see if I can share the video of the incident, of how it happened. and them coming to be cleared and no evidence is found about them. While a video literally went viral showcasing what they did, but this is how it ended up. Let me see if I can share my screen from to you guys, and that one. Okay. Let me share my screen very quickly. Hello to you too, Jiba Jaba. Karibu sana. You're saying that you build that wall exactly. Karibu sana, and I hope you're doing amazing today. So let me share my screen as we continue. No, that's supposed to be it. Okay, let me observe from here. I don't know if my screen is showing. You're back, Keith. I don't know if you can hear me. Let me check if my screen is sharing. Let me check if my screen is sharing. All right. So these are definition of how they won't allow Black people to breathe, but how these puppets will allow every race to come to Africa, and they'll live freely, they'll work freely, eat freely, steal our cultures, steal our resources, even go to the point of even poaching, trying to walk away with rhino horns and all elephants, all that type of things. But it's only you as a Black man, no matter where you go, you're gonna face this kind of horrific, crazy behaviors. So this was in 2020. The family of this young man never got justice up to date. And it is crazy to see that today, the white supremacy has the audacity to let go of these 3 police officers with all that stunts, literally all that amount of money, which literally should be the generational wealth. To majority of the Black people have been denied it, but it's crazy to see these people are not only being paid even when they were on leave, but they have walked away with a large amount of money despite everything they did. This is so insane. Let me share this.
Yeah, about an hour ago, rationed by someone who was driving by as Ellis was being confronted by police. Now, you are about to see 2 separate videos, and on parts of those videos, we have zoomed in so that you can get a better look at what's happening. We just want to warn you that this video is disturbing. Hey! Stop! Oh my God! Stop him! Just arrest him! Just arrest him! Oh my God, that looks so scary!
Your back. You do it again. Let your hand behind your back. Put it behind your back.
Now, again, that video was just released, appearing to show police aggressively restraining Ellis, punching him, and multiple times. And also asking him to put his hands behind his back while it appears that an officer is on top of Jay Ansley, and vowing that we are determined to have a full, complete, and independent investigation into the death of Manuel Ellis. Nothing less is acceptable, and I plan to discuss this further on Friday with the city council. Now, the Pierce County Sheriff's Department is investigating all of this. I just got off the phone with the public information officer at the department just moments before we came on air. He said the department has not yet seen this video, but that they want to talk to the person who shot it. We don't know who that person is at this time. The Ellis family says that they want to see an independent investigation happen here, and they want to see the state attorney general's office step in and do a prosecutorial investigation.
But nothing happened because today we saw this happen. This is what happened. These three police officers have been let gone. You know, they're walking scot-free while someone's son is literally dead.
After weeks of waiting, when they arrested Ellis back in 2020.
But the video shows they used force. They beat this man up. And to the extent they even, where did they go even use tasers on these people when they're handcuffed? I mean, we've seen all sorts of videos. This is just so crazy, but I'm not surprised, being honest. And this is what I'm saying. It is so crazy when this kind of knowledge is not passed to African people, especially back in the continent, where we allow these people to come here in and out, to pop in and out how they want. They act how they want. And now we're talking about Rwanda as accepting asylum seekers. I mean, how much more with our uneducated people, uninformed people about the true nature of the white people, no matter which race of white, who they are. How many people do you think are going to fall into the trap of, you know, oh, I'm going to take care of you, just let me get you pregnant. Then the next minute is a mulatto turning against you. This is just so crazy. They have not been found guilty. They didn't use any force on this young man. That is what their evidence says. But what we've seen from the video is totally different.
The investigation did find that Officer Matthew Collins violated the department's courtesy policy over his community.
True, because they never change. No matter where they go, they're still the same people. They're still the same people.
Somewhere else in our state and or in a different state.
Attorneys for Officers Matthew Collins and Christopher Burbank sent us a statement saying the police department needs officers like Collins and Burbank, and that Tacoma has not become safer. As part of their agreement with the city, each officer will receive an additional $500,000 for voluntarily stepping down from the police department. All three have been on paid leave with the department since 2020. Meanwhile, community members say the city's payout to the officers sends the wrong message.
You can kill a person in our community and still be able to create generational wealth for your family. That alone within itself is problematic for me.
Thanks for watching.
It is problematic, and it should be problematic where if these kind of cases are not talked about, it is problematic. It's always been problematic, especially within the Black community where children, women, grandmas, dads are being killed, and the police officers are paid on leave and even go ahead and are paid a big amount of money as they leave the department they have been working to shift to another one. I mean, make that make sense. The psychopath, the sarcasm, and everything you can talk about. But anyway, I don't know, Kit, if you can hear me or what happened. Karibu sana. Welcome back. But anyway, I see we have steppers in the building. Karibu sana. Thank you for the compliment. And I also see Nutrius, you're back. You're saying Rwanda accepted other people in their country. Yes, they did. Of course, if you've been following up, we've been having the UK asylum seekers who are supposed to be coming into Rwanda. And, you know, it's crazy where we need to question who are these people, because within a short time, which Maria was discussing some time back, these people are going to be within East Africa. They're going to be everywhere. And we know our governments very well, who are so much in defense of the outsiders instead of their own people. But when we go outside, we are the problem, or we're not in our behavior, you know, we're savages, we're acting some sort of way. But what about the people who come to our continent and we allow them to live freely until it's just chaotic, you know? Because African people were known to be peaceful people, not chaotic people. So it is super, super crazy. And I also see you saying that Palestine should be a lesson for all of us. Well, at this point, Congo should be a lesson also for us, you know? How about that? How about where Congo should be where we literally raising awareness of how African leadership has failed? Why isn't anyone talking about Congo? Everyone is pushing with the Palestine motion. We understand it is bad, whatever is happening, but at the end of the day, we also have the African continent in crisis. And this is why you need to understand what Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso is doing. If not, you're going to go in with the conspiracy theory of this is a coup, because that's the true conspiracy theory over there. But I also see Jibajaba says that do Kenyans throw ugali instead of rice at weddings? What? I don't know about that at weddings. I don't know. Which tradition is that, Jibajaba? Let me know. I'd really love to know. I know for us to only throw ugali at the wall to check if it's, well cooked or uncooked. Yeah, that was my dad was teaching me that.
You still gonna eat it? You still eat it? You throw it against the wall?
You don't take like the whole. You just take a small portion. Just hit it on the wall and see if it's.
You're not fucking up my wall. So you're Galio.
Of course, I'm not gonna wipe after, but I need to check if it is okay. I must hit it on the wall. I must hit the wall.
You're not fucking up. You're not fucking up my wall. Let's get your ass out of here.
I also see Jibajaba says that Joby, did you read about the 212 bodies found behind the Mississippi Police Department building? No, I've not seen that. Let me check that out.
Joby
I've not seen that yet.
I thought we already talked about that.
Crazy.
We never talked about the dead bodies. I thought we talked about the 200 and some bodies found behind the police department. That they was damn. Okay.
No, I don't think we did. Maybe you mentioned about it.
Okay.
Maybe
I might have mentioned. I guess we didn't do no show about it. Yeah. Type in bodies found behind the Mississippi Police Department.
Damn.
Jackson, Mississippi. That's where your boy Zoe. That's where your boy Zoe grew up at. That's his hometown. And Danny's hometown. That's your boy Zoe's hometown. Jackson, Mississippi.
That is crazy.
All right.
Hundreds of people are buried, numbered graves in a graveyard near the county detention center.
Missing persons. They'd already been murdered and buried in the back. And the problem is how they found out. Remember, these police are so corrupt, they didn't bury them deep. There were buzzards picking at the graves, they wasn't graves, picking at the dead bodies because they wasn't buried deep. So you have birds eating the bodies through the grass. Buzzards. You have buzzards eating the bodies, Joey. That's how they found that it was people dead back there. They had them big ass buzzards back there eating them. Welcome to white supremacy. Welcome to white supremacy, Joey.
I don't have water. I'm trying to get me water because what is this? This is crazy.
Stop being shocked by them killing you, putting you in shadow graves, Joey. Welcome to white supremacy.
I see Jibajaba says that was cops in his initiation into some hate group, unveiling that man and just saying Pittsburgh they.
Yeah, when they got killed somebody black to get in part of the police department, part of those gangs. Yeah, the part of the initiation, they got to kill somebody, an innocent black person, and get away with it. Yeah, that's throughout the country.
Damn. And also saying that Pittsburgh, they tased a man 9 times and he died over a lie of a stolen bike. Man, F America, man. Pardon me, but fuck America. Man.
Now you're
This is
talking
just
like
crazy, man.
now you're talking like a true Pan-Africanist, Joby.
I was say that no one went to jail, family settled. Imagine nobody. I don't think even the family got money because they're not saying if the family got any amount of money, but the police officers got. They were actually being paid while they were on leave. They were not even being arrested. They were on leave,
No,
and
they
then
won't pay.
come back.
Not just on leave, Joby. They get paid. Leave. They
Yeah.
get paid. It's like paid vacation. They get paid while they're sitting at home chilling while the Negroes are dead. Not just on leave, get paid. They get paid, Joby.
You're supposed to be tortured and literally thinking of how you're gonna, handle your case. What are you gonna say? What made you react the way you reacted? But no, you're there drinking some champagne, popping some lobster, just
All right.
dining and getting some women and all. You're just living life. I mean,
That's right.
welcome to America. You all say welcome
right.
to Africa. Welcome to America.
That's right. Hey, but you already played the song. I think Shemai played it in the morning. This is America. This is America. Yeah. This is America. This is America. You see they saw him getting shot at the end of the video. He's running away from the police. He's scared. He's running away. In the video, Joey, he's running away at the end when the police trying to kill him. Like, he's showing you through the video. This is America. This is America. This is America. This is America. Yeah. This is America. At the end, he's running away from the police trying to kill his ass.
Crazy. Shout out to Henry Karibu Sana. This is the Blackout Fire Network radio station. We are located in the 254 and in the States as well. Where do you want to come? Oh, depends with you. But I also see Nutrition says Palestinians accepted other people in their country and they have been overtaken. Well, which people? Which people specifically? Let's start with there.
Wait, well, he's talking about I'm shooting about Palestinian and the Israelis. They were taken over when they started coming in 19. Remember, there was no Israel in 1948. They started coming. They started knocking the Palestinians in the head. Now it's Israel and not Palestine. Now the country's called Israel.
You need to understand which race of Palestinians are you also talking about, because we have the fake Palestinians and the original Palestinians. So,
yeah, you do. Yeah, and it's funny. You haven't seen none of the black Palestinians on TV. I don't know if they are any still alive, but I ain't seen none of them because remember, you said the original Palestinians, the Africans that were still there, and they lived in a section of Gaza called slave quarters, where the Palestinians, talking about them being apartheid against the Jews, the Israelis, had a certain part of Palestine called BB section. BB meaning slave in Arabic, a BB. So this part of Palestine was for the original Africans of Palestine. These are the original people, not those white people you see there. It was called the BB section, the slave section. So I don't feel sorry. It's wrong what's happened to the Palestinians, but spare me the sympathy. Because they had black people living in something called the slave district in Palestine by the Palestinians who stole that land from the original Africans. So you can miss me with that bullshit. Oh, the Palestinians, yeah, so what? I don't give a shit.
yeah, so you need to be specific about the details you're giving, because we have the black Palestinians who we know even right now, even going through the most, because we know the Arabs ate our ass so bad. So come on, we need to know which race are we talking about.
I don't want them being genocide is bad. That's right. Well, name me one Arab that spoke up for anybody black. Name me. I told you guys at the beginning. I said when this all started, I got no dog in the fight. And I don't believe in genocide because it's African people. We're peaceable and we're loving people. But I'm not going to go to war for no Arab. They ain't never went to war for us. They enslaved our people, castrated our people. Oh, and they're still doing it today. They're still doing it today. They haven't stopped. They're still doing it. If you don't believe me, look up Mauritania. Look up Libya. still African men and women and children are not still enslaved and their organs being harvested in these wicked ass Arab countries. You look that up before you talk about some solidarity with me with some Palestinians. I'm good. I'm good. I'm straight.
I see, Hendrik, the best. You sent in a request. Kindly let me know if you want to. You have something to say about the topic, but either way, or if it's not anything about the topic, we cannot accept you to join in. Stepper says, don't advocate for what is happening in the West, in Western Africa. It's an irrational move. Go deeper. I don't think so, man. You go deeper. I think you should go deeper. You should
advocate for what? What are you saying? What am I advocating for?
You say that don't advocate for what is happening in Western Africa. It is an irrational move. Go deeper.
Oh yeah, it is a wrong move. What's happening with West Africa? Yeah, what part of West Africa? We're talking about the thing with Niger and Mali, Burkina Faso.
I mentioned Niger, Mali, Burkina Faso. So I don't know which part of the West Africa you're talking about.
What are you talking about? You gotta be more specific, and you gotta elaborate your argument. You can't just say what's happened. I gotta know what happened in South Africa. That doesn't make any sense.
I also see Stepper says 254 Wapi, I would like to come, please. Well, for more details, we don't we don't put details outside on air about our location. So if you want to come for an interview or you want to dive into one of our conversation, just DM us right here on TikTok or Instagram. Like, just message us on the inbox and all that. On Instagram is under Black Hot Fire Network Radio. Yeah. So for further discussion and mother discussion. But anyway, I see Jabba says that one went to jail, family settled. One of them went to jail. Is that what you mean? Oh, for the police who says the man 9 times, or which part of it? And also saying that Libya should be the eye opener. Libya should be the eye opener of what? Of what? Explain kindly, Jibba Jabba. And just saying that crackers throw uncooked rice at the bride and groom after they say I do. That is some Indian culture and rituals nonsense that I don't understand, man. I don't know, you kick the rice. I don't know, you do what. I don't know. I see those.
You throw the rice up. When they could leave in the church, though, you throw the rice at them. You shower them with rice. That's the European culture. Just go to YouTube and say, show a video of end of a wedding throwing rice. It's a European culture. I'm surprised they didn't bring it to Africa.
Okay, I only see that in India, but I'll not check that on right now.
I never seen the Indians. I never seen the Indians do it. I know the Europeans do it.
They no, I don't know if they throw the rice or the flowers, but I know they kick the rice because I've seen that in movies. So I bet it's part of their cultures. And I also see welcome to America. Yes, Jibba Jabba. Shout out to Jason Hill, Karibu Sana. He's saying that just imagine what's on the dark web. I don't want to imagine, man, much more deeper. If you're having 215 bodies hidden and this is part of the missing people, man, the world is so dark. It's so crazy. It is super, super crazy. K. Williams, Karibu Sana once again. You're saying that Rwanda will be finished if it accepts those illegal migrants. It already is.
Of course.
I don't think Kagame has the right to say no. He's just talking right now, but he was in the most important meeting today, which he was supposed to be there. I'm shocked why Museveni is not there, but he's always talking nonsense. So I bet that's why they didn't invite him, and he's never making things at the time. So, he couldn't say no, and he has no right to say no. As much as he's telling us, oh, I'm going to refund the money and all that, it's all just some crazy talk that he's not going to do. Because first retire from your seat if you don't want to take no demands from anyone, Say, I've had enough of this leadership and give someone else the chance to take over because you're tired of taking lectures, but you won't do so because you're benefiting from it as well. You are benefiting big time.
How does a poor bum moron from a concentration camp in Uganda become the president of Rwanda for 30 years now and now worth $500 million who ain't never made shit, never created no company, never invented nothing, but he's worth $500 million from a poor country? How's that happen? No, I'm not giving them power, Joby.
And these are, I believe, by every agenda they fulfill that is supposed to affect their country. That is how their net worth goes deeper, increasing and higher and higher.
Of course.
Let's hand him 100 million net worth, Let's add him another 100 till it's.
Yeah, because he'll do the bidding, exactly. You're not going to. I'm going to make you rich. That's why you're going to do my bidding. Yeah, I mean, your people be in poverty. Shit. Kenya. Rwanda 10 times forward in goddamn Kenya. Let's do this, Joby. Ask. I know we did this before, but let's ask again. Say, what is the medium? What is the average salary of Rwandese? I should say, what is the GDP? But just say no. What is the annual salary? What's the annual salary of Rwandese? Probably what Joby makes in a month. That's what they make in a year.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Mm-hmm. 708. That was by 2018. It was $780.
Okay, so that's the average. When you hear that, it's lower than that. The average Rwandese probably makes a year maybe about $400. That's probably the average.
But that was in 2018. So let me
that don't matter. That's about the. It don't matter. Joby, they don't got no industry. It ain't getting no better than that. Go ahead. You can try to look for a bigger one. So the average is always a lot. So it's probably about $400 a year is the average income for Rwandese. That's the average. That means that's not the majority. So most people make less than that a year. But we'll say about $400. So they make what Joby makes in almost a month in a year. That's the salary, Joby.
So sad. So sad. But I also see John Mosquito
That's why Joby's going to get her Rwandese man.
And
that's why Joby's going to go get her Rwandese man so she can boss him around. You don't make no damn money. Get your ass in there. Do what you're told to do.
No. I need me a man. I'm not doing no broke man. I'm so sorry. I'm not sending you $10 for upkeep, baby. I need me $100.
Joby, but I want these. I have a good heart, Joby. I have a good heart.
I don't care. I'm not gonna eat your heart. I'm not gonna eat your heart. As much as I have your heart, or you have my heart, I'm not gonna eat. I need to feed my stomach. I need to go to the toilet. My body is working correctly. So yeah. Money. I need money. But I also see, take care to you. Take care.
So Joey said, damn your heart, Negro. Go ahead, Joey.
Man, I think I lowered my standards a little bit, so I need to take them back high so people can stop messing with me, I remember people.
Joey said a couple of you bum Negroes have been coming around her. She's not going to tolerate no more.
I need to set my standards the way they are. If you're not getting me what I want, I'm having me a backup, like what you were talking about yesterday. I'm going to have me a backup plan because I'm not about to suffer when you're here calling me babe. Why are you begging me? Who you calling me, babe? You really can't
Welcome,
provide what we need.
welcome to the real world. Joby ain't standing for you, broke Negroes. Go ahead, go ahead.
No.
Go ahead.
No, I'm willing to stand with you if you're standing with me. That's it, and it must be financially. Jiba Jaba says that the eye opener of how a black front man can sell out people that honored him in Libya. That is true. That is true. I agree with you. But apparently, I hope Niger, Mali, Burkina Faso does not do the same. But I don't think so. I see 100% support from the people of Niger, Burkina Faso, the Burkinabe people, the Malians, and the rest of the African people can connect the dots of what is happening. I see nothing but support. But I wanna say something or other, read this comment and tell Steppers something. He says the problem with us Africans is that we tend to focus on history instead of making history. If you don't focus on the history, how are you gonna make history? You need the history, not his story, which you were saying yesterday.
Exactly.
You need history, truly African history, for you to be able to connect the dots on where things changed, on how things took time.
If you don't know where you came from, which is history, if you don't know where you came from, you don't know where you're going. So you need to know history. You don't need to stay in it. You need to learn it and then move forward. Of course.
Mm-hmm. It's like you telling me chukua maji ya ugali, it's not even boiled, alafu koroga. That ugali haitaiva. You need the process of making ugali, which starts from the beginning. Sufuria, water, boil, and then koroga. Then give it some time, and then it's okay. That's the same thing with history. You need it. It's very important, like Joe Mosquito is telling you. And I also see Joe Mosquito say that Rwanda is amongst the poorest countries in the world. Is it general? No.
It is. Yes, it is one of the most poorest countries in the world. Exactly. How's Kagame worth 500? Yeah, Joby. Rwanda is one of the poorest countries in the world. You crazy? Yes. But how is their leader worth $500 million? You thought Rwanda was rich? No.
Yeah, I mean not economically, but
poorer than Kenya.
Yeah, I see the first one we have Burundi, Somalia, Mozambique, Central African Republic. That is on purpose for Central African Republic. It's on purpose. It's supposed to be it's a rich country with mounts of wealth, but they're going to set it as a damn. But I see Rwanda is not among the top 10. It's not among the top 10. It's not among the top 10.
Well, it's been still in cobalt for a while out of the Congo, so it pulled itself out the top 10, but it's probably number 12 then. Shit. Probably number 13. It ain't.
It's crazy. But anyway, moving on to yeah, no more scrubs, Jibba Jabba. We don't need no scrubs, Nothing going on with the rent.
We don't want no scrubs.
That's all.
We don't want to talk to you.
But anyway, moving on swiftly.
We don't want to talk to you sitting in the. We don't want to talk to you, Negroes, sitting in your best friend's ride in the passenger side, flossing like it's your shit.
No, I'm not doing it my mama's way. She did that, and she ended up. I don't want to end up in those kind of ditches. I want to make straight decisions with a very straight person, But anyway, we have the U.S. Secretary Anthony Blinken again. He had something to talk about the global food security, and on top of that, I also saw. Let me get this very correctly. On top of that, we also had a discussion about, let me see, can I get it? Okay, I can't see right now, but I'm just going to discuss this as a whole. They're saying that the U.S. Secretary Anthony Blinken, that was yesterday, He reiterated American commitment to global food security at the World Economic Forum, in the Swiss ski resort. And we know what the World Economic Forum is all about. And he said that, and together with African Union, of course, which is a red flag, the African Union and the Food and Agriculture Organization, we've launched a new initiative, and it's called Vision for Adapted Crops and Soils, or VACS. And we need to understand Vision for Adapted Crops and Soils. That needs to be taken with a very heavy caution. Visions for adapted crops. Which adapted crops? Are we talking about the GMOs? What are we talking about?
It's about the GMO garbage that destroys our body.
I think we're discussing this today. I'll let you with you.
GMO stuff that destroys our body is not even food. GMO is not food, family. Not food.
And the soil. So their vision is called the Vision for Adapted Crops and Soil. So the soils, I'm like, we need to question. I mean, when they talk about the crops and soil, this is literally genetically modified food. And when we're talking about the soils today, if you can remember, when we're differentiating between the Russia soil, the African soil, and the rest of the world soil, Africa soil remains being the best. So I don't know which type of soil they're discussing on here, and including the African Union. But they're saying that the two very basic things, first, we've been investigated above the ground, is identifying the indigenous African crops that are most nutritious, and most resilient to climate change. Again, the agenda. Improving these varieties, delivering them to the world. At the same time, we are investing below ground, mapping, conserving, building healthy soils. And if you get this right, you get the seeds right. This is just super crazy. So what I'm getting from here is just the genetically modified food agenda that they're trying to push. And
why do Europeans always in Africa talk about their food and their soil? Why are they always in Africa? They're not in Asia. They're always in Africa talking about their food and their soil. That's none of your business. My food and my soil. That's what you're supposed to tell those people. None of your damn business.
Now they're gonna literally threaten the livelihoods of farmers, and a lot of agriculture, I think, right now is in danger, because they're saying that in the face of rising global temperature, experts are highlighting the role of agriculture in climate action while ensuring global food security is done. And this comes as 2023 was confirmed to be the warmest year on record. And the director of the Office of Climate Change, Biodiversity, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, and Environment, Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations believes this calls for the concerns. And he says that we mustn't become numb to these records after records toppling, because they have implications in terms of increased.
The world temperature hasn't got no high. These are all scams, fam. And we can't say it on YouTube. Well, we are on the network, but can't say it on YouTube. But these are all scams. Scams. And I'll leave it at that. Go ahead, Joey.
It is scams. But it says, let me read that again. These are implications in terms of increased frequency of extreme weather events, implications in terms of forest fires, which we know they are causing, literally it's them, in terms of drought, which they know it's also them in control of weather right now, and floods. And all these are impacting people, especially those on the front lines like the agriculture community. So these records do matter. It is crazy. And they're saying that farms don't just have to be farms don't have to be just producers of food. They have to be generators of renewable energy. Bullshit. Energy can be used on the farm for the greenhouse, for pumping water, for irrigation, or energy that can use to be shared into the grid, or better using agricultural waste. And that was today's meeting.
It's a road to nowhere. It's not supposed to work. That's why you got Germany now, who decided to go along with all that madness. Now shutting down all its industries. I'm gonna have Joey read that. I'm gonna see if we go to an article with Germany's now being deindustrialized on purpose because they went along. They were forced to go along with all this crazy green nonsense that doesn't function in the country. So now Germany is going to have to take its factories and try to take it to another country because it can no longer produce the things that made Germany a rich country. Germany is one of the biggest producing nations on the planet. The number one economic power in Europe is Germany, not France, not England, Germany, because they are what? They are a manufacturing giant, but not no more because they got windmills and solar energy that do not allow you to manufacture nothing. So Germany is now being destroyed.
Proud to keep Sino. Thank you for the compliments. Hey, yo, this week has just been overwhelming for me. You guys have just been showing love, you know. But yeah, thank you. My name is Joby. I appreciate and Karibu Sana.
Her name is Joby. Her name is Joby. Don't try to flirt if you're broke, Negro.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Don't be flirting, calling her babe, and you're sitting there at home in your own butt cheek batter.
Babe, finance me. You know, you need to babe finance me. Don't babe broke me. Babe finance me. Yeah.
That's right. No, with the compliments, I don't see no roses on TikTok. I don't see no gifts. Where the gifts at?
Man, you should give me. You should really give me. But anyway, as we move on, I hope Africans are aware of what is happening, because I think Kenyans, not really Kenyans, but farmers, especially across the continent right now, are aware of what is happening, especially due to the fact I was sharing, remember the time I did a show about the rice market in Nigeria literally becoming so crazy because of the illegal importation of fake rices. We've been having our governments doing this for so long, where they have destroyed the local markets. They won't even promote or even try make the market become better. Where we've seen we rely on AGOA, a free trade that never benefits us. What is it for? A free trade, and then we have in Joe Biden sanctioning us and threatening us because we won't accept laws about homosexuality. That is just super crazy. So I do hope and I believe Africans, again, like I said, at this point you should not be taught how to farm. What you need to do as an African person, we being civilized people, and if you are a true African who came back to literally do what you're supposed to do, you should be having this knowledge, unless you're Caucasian in an African body. Thank you so much for the gifts. I appreciate. Yeah, unless you are a Caucasian in an African body, but it shouldn't be.
That don't happen.
I mean, haven't you seen most of the white people saying, you know, in my past life
I was black? Yeah, that's all the scam. Because they want to be, exactly, because they know we are the chosen people. My past life, I was a slave, I was a poor, but in this life you say you ain't never done nothing to black people. But back then, you know, the atrocities that were done, and everybody white want to be black. That's what you see everywhere on the internet, Joby. They're all black people in their past lives. If you don't get out of here with that bullshit.
It is crazy. John Mosquito, you're asking, is Joe Biden still alive? Are you crazy? Are you insane? And I don't mind if you share my name as well. That's my name and I'm proud of it. You can share my government name if you want. But I also see Jabba Jabba says that ain't no farms in Cape. I mean, that's it. A very good, you know, punchline of it. Just no farms in the cave, just walls and you know, rocks. And it is so sad that to hear that our nails that we put on, that is what they used to scratch the walls in, man. I'm not done. Manicure.
It's okay. We didn't know that. It's okay to put them on now. You didn't know the culture. We didn't know cave culture. We didn't know when you got some of the candlelight dinner. They ate by candlelight because it's dark in the cave. Shit, it's dark in there. I'm gonna take you out, Joby, on a candlelight dinner. Wow, we got light. We're in Africa. Yeah, but them Zungu told us that. You didn't know that was because it was in a cave. Shit.
It is insane. Shout out to Colasolo Goat. I appreciate for the gifts. And I see you saying that still looks good on me. I appreciate. I'm telling you this week, hey, this week, I'm not going to say much, but I appreciate
and stop it, because Joby is
but
stop
moving
it, because
on, I'll just talk about
stop it now, because Joby is too shy for you, Negro. Stop it. Good, Joby.
yeah, that's it.
Good,
I'm too shy for it. But anyway, we want to talk about Russia and Niger, coming into good terms about developing their military ties. And there's some positive news. And then I'm going to be talking about Putin a little bit next after this, where he has highlighted about the U.S. election last time being rigged. And he has given us a few links on how they were done.
Which all the world knows it was a stolen election. Exactly. And they know who stole it. God, it was cats with the small ass the bank. And and that's why we weren't allowed to say it on YouTube, because they own YouTube. Remember, we weren't allowed to say that the election was a selection. Nobody vote for no damn geriatric. Can't even say his own name, Biden. He's got dementia. Crazy as hell. You don't know. You run around doodling on. I mean, Joe Biden wears a diaper because he shits on himself, literally. That's not me making that up. That's a fact. He walks around with doodle in his pants. He's an old man. Go ahead, Joe.
Right. I mean, how are you sitting around these people? They must be putting some baby powder in their butt, to allow.
Hey, remember the story about 2 years ago when he met the Pope? He shook the Pope's hand and doodled on himself. Doodled on himself. Like, God damn. Yeah, that's when they started putting them in diapers, Joe. We started putting them in diapers because it was doodle everywhere. They had to clean that shit up. Imagine cleaning up an old man doodle everywhere on his legs and his butt and everything. Oh, man. That's why they started making them wear diapers.
Very crazy. Very crazy.
That's right.
Welcome to again. That's
to the world.
That's why McMill said he's too old. He needs to sit down, trying to vie for another presidential seat. He should sit down. But anyway, Russia and Niger, under military rule since a coup last year, have agreed to develop military cooperation. And the Russian defense military said this information that was yesterday. And according to Russian news agencies, Russian deputy defense ministers met Niger's junta-appointed defense minister, and that was yesterday. And the parties noted that importance of developing Russia-Niger relation in defense sector and agreed to intensify joint action to stabilize the situation in the region. And the ministry has not provided details about these plans, but Niger's military council-led general, I won't read the name, took power after ousting President Mohamed Bazoum. That was in 2023 July. And this is something amazing. I love how these countries are literally pushing towards what they have promised the people. This is so unlike of the rest of these people who call themselves leaders.
Guess
you
what?
not
That's
see
what
this agenda
that's what a real country's supposed to do. You're supposed to work for your people. That's why you call a leader. Your job is to work for your people, which we don't see nowhere on the planet no more.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I love how they're starting by first building a strong military foundation. And we know that they are working, the three of them are working together. That is Niger, Burkina Faso, and Mali, by strengthening their military ties and working together with Russia, which is very well needed, because this is one of the ways of securing your country, securing your people, ensuring the security also amongst the people who are surrounding you and the people who are working for you. And this is something positive and something amazing that is literally taking place in these three parts of the Western Africa countries. And I'm waiting to see much more of what they're going to do. And I can't wait to see by the end of the year, because we've seen their economy is growing so fast, super fast right now. country to see by the end of 2024 how it's gonna be and how the rest of the countries who are claiming to be the best and being given trophies like Kenya, for building nothing and all backward stuff, It's crazy. We're gonna see the difference of the economic growth. But moving on again, like I said, Putin has come forth and he has spoken about elections being stolen. And they're saying that President Vladimir Putin running for a new 6-year term in an election that his opponents say is a parody of democracy, said on Tuesday that the past US election had been rigged by postal voting. And he says that the United States previous elections were falsified through postal voting. They bought ballots for $10, filled them out, and threw them into the mailboxes without any supervision from observers. And that's it. And I used to say
that's called ballot stuffing. That's true. And you couldn't talk about that on YouTube. You couldn't bring that up. That'd be fact. This is misinformation. Anything that's called the truth now, fam, it's called misinformation or conspiracy theory.
It is crazy. They're saying that let me read that. Where is it? Okay. Putin's opponents say that the March elections in Russia is no recall contest as the president wields unchallenged power and his main rival, who goes by the name Alexia, is serving more than 30 years in jail on charges of Navalny says were trumped up. And they say that they use electronic voting, creating scope for authorities to manipulate the vote in Putin's favors without detection. Well, this is crazy, and I'm not surprised personally. I mean, isn't this the agenda worldwide? If we have just a group of
exactly, Joe, we just figured it out. It's the agenda worldwide. Yes, Joe, it's the agenda worldwide. Guess who's growing up too fast? Joey. Yes, Joey. It's the agenda worldwide.
It is an agenda of the whole world, because if they were to change anything, or if any of these leaders were to change a thing, this would have happened long time ago. But how many times have we seen leaders who are trying to go against the system? You're gonna be assassinated, and the next minute they say that we don't know who killed him. This is all a conspiracy theory.
That's right.
They can't reveal the truth. Oh yeah, it's true, it happened, but they wanted to go against. Come on, it is super, super crazy. So we need to understand literally with all, if the system won't change from the beginning, if this will not happen worldwide where we can see elections now being held correctly, then wait for no change, So long as we're gonna be having a group of family control.
That's why it's a waking up happens. And hey, change doesn't come to the ballot box, Joey, but this is on YouTube. Change comes to somewhere else. Doesn't come to voting. Comes to something else called an R. That's what I'm gonna say. It's called an R. R and stationary. So I mean R and R in the beginning and ocean at the end.
It's gonna happen. I believe people are waking up, and it's even more worse, especially when you see their own race right now realizing what has been happening, everything they have been doing, everything they have literally been conducting.
Yeah, look at if anybody's on TikTok, look at all these white people on TikTok. I don't know what life is about. I'm a white American. I can't make it. What's going on? I got 3 jobs. What kind of shit is this? So they already know that you're upset. They already know you're about to give up the ballot box because you had a supercomputer already predict if don't things change in a few more years, there's going to be a revolution in America regardless. There's going to be civil war. But that's what they want so they can lock down the whole world. But so you got to be smart about it. This kind of talk, I got to do it on the network and not on YouTube, so let me be quiet.
Yeah, and I also see Joe Mosquito. I don't know what you had to say. You're saying that Johnson's baby powder, Joby. God damn, I know that's baby powder. That's the most used here in Africa. I think that's the most used here in Africa. And
Joby, they're still using Johnson baby powder?
I don't know if there are people still use baby powder, but it's still there. It still exists in the market.
It causes cancer, Joby. Look, Johnson baby powder causes cancer. Better not be putting that shit on your baby, on nobody, on your woman or nobody. The Johnson's baby powder causes cancer. Putting that shit all over your body, you know, while your titties are falling off, or when your asshole's all swollen. It's the damn baby powder. While you're sneezing, the baby powder.
They're saying that what Johnson said, the baby powder has not been free since the 1970s. Does not. They say it does not cause cancer. That is Google.
Man,
Google is telling me it does not cause any cancer.
Wow. They were, what? Roll down some more. They say.
They're saying that research, clinical evidence, and more than 40 years of studies by medical experts support that the safety of the cosmetic talc found in Johnson's baby powder is safe. There is safety.
Oh wow, now it's safety. Okay.
There's safety.
Okay. Ask Google this. Are there lawsuits against Johnson baby powder for causing cancer? Since they're gonna lie, are there lawsuits against Johnson's baby powder for causing cancer? Let's see what that says. So it wouldn't be no useless lawsuits if it wasn't real. Remember, they're covering up everything.
They're saying that people filing talcum powder lawsuits claim
yeah, Joby. Yeah.
They were diagnosed with cancer after using talcum. Johnson.
Yeah. Why are they filing all these lawsuits against them? See, remember, you got one super company that owns all companies. They own Google. They own Johnson & Johnson. Same people own everything now. So they're going to tell you, oh, there's no Johnson & Johnson. Oh, go ahead, Joey.
As of January 2024, more than 53,000 cases, cancer lawsuits were pending. Damn.
What? 22,000? Hey, Joby, there's nothing to see. There's no cancer here, Joby. There's nothing to see, Joby. It's 22,000 people. Fuck them.
53,000. 53,000.
That's right.
Not even.
Fuck them, Joby. Fuck them. Doesn't cause cancer.
So,
you shut your mouth. You shut your mouth.
Yeah, also the Reiko company. Actually, for me, because my mom was cancer diagnosed, so she passed away because of cancer. She told me of all those Reiko, the spices, and for the spices, I know it's true because there's a time I had some. I don't think I've ever used that spices again. Some creepy spices, which later, after some time, it just started developing some worms. I'm like, what is this? I've not been using it, and now it's just developing some worms. That tells you a lot when you think about where this.
Where things come from. Yeah. But they're gonna tell you. They're gonna tell you it's healthy and good. You'll be nothing to see. It's all good. It's all good.
It's not. It's not. I need to stop using the cubes. I'm into the cubes more than the choosing mix, which none of them are good. But I also see Yeches in the building. Hello to you too. I'm good. How have you been yourself? And welcome to today's conversation. But as we move on now to the major focus of the day, as we give our thoughts regarding this is about the New York governor who wants to spend $2.4 billion to help deal with migrants' influx into the new budget proposal. In the sense that the New York governor,
$2.5 billion.
She goes by the name Kathy.
It ain't going to us. $2.5 billion. It ain't going to no American. $2.5 billion. Go ahead, Joe.
Yep. New York Governor Kathy said that was yesterday that she wants to spend $2.4 billion to help deal with the massive influx of migrants who have overwhelmed New York City, homeless shelters, addressing a damaging political issue for Democrats in our proposed state budget. And the migrant spending plan came as part of a 233 billion budget proposal from the governor's office that will kick off months of negotiation with the legislative leaders. How the governor planned to deal with the migrants, some 70,000 of whom are in care of New York City, had been looming questions ahead of the legislative session. She did not tackle. She did not tackle the issue in her state address last week, and the word migrant wasn't mentioned in her detailed 181-page policy plan.
Can you imagine one state in America, one state, New York, budget, a state is bigger than every African country on the continent? Can you imagine? One state, New York, is bigger than every economy in Africa. Make that make sense. And Africa's the richest guy. Their budget is $230 billion a year. Now you go to Kenyan budget, you go to Uganda, what? They can't even afford to pay back $200 million for an airport. And you got New York talking about giving $2.5 billion for damn immigrants.
And this makes a lot of sense why I'll quote Kay Williams' word. The United States is becoming the third world right now. It's literally this is just a collapse, literally in front of our eyes. We can just see it. Starts with their own currency, which is now going nay, which is now gonna also scramble things back in the continent, and they need the continent itself. It's crazy. Now you start making fake money out of nothing, which is also leading you to a lot of bankruptcy. It's just super crazy. And they said on Tuesday, she unveiled a plan to provide shelter services, legal assistance, and more asylum seekers, and retrained calls for the federal government to provide more assistance to the states. And she says, I quote, "We're doing this not just because it's the right thing to do for the migrants and for the city of New York. We also know that companies won't do businesses in New York if there are thousands of people sleeping on the streets. Of course, that is a big distraction. Or the quality of life is dramatically impacted because the city is forced to cut essential services." I mean, come on. They're saying that the issue has potential to damage Democratic congressional candidates in New York this fall, with key suburban races in the state expected to heavily count toward which party controls the U.S. House. Republicans have been lobbing steady criticisms of President Joe Biden and fellow Democrats over the federal immigration policy, which the subject already touching race is in the New York City. And they say that we have Democratic administration in Washington that has addressed the border crisis and has not secured the border. They are not going to. And she says, I'm thrilled to have to spend any money on the migrant crisis. It's just super crazy. Same issue for, if you combine, it's the same thing we're talking about now, about Kagame. This is actually, we've been affected, Black people globally, because this is an agenda not only, like we were talking about it last week. If it's not a motion of them or a way of them stealing elections, it is a way of ensuring the Black community collapses. And let me ask, after all this, aren't you going to see the same migrants now being mistreated, get the F out of here, being treated like dogs? I want to get to that part so bad.
No, because they're not, majority are not Black. They're going to be given jobs. They're going to be given housing. Because remember, Black people are sadly stupid, right? They're finally waking up of the Democratic Party shitting on them for 60 years, Joe. So I'm bringing my replacement people in here to make sure you remain on the bottom. So I'm bringing in anti-Black people in the country who already hate your Black ass. So I'm building what I told you, Joby, a buffer rate. So when they already knew, when we put that article, they said by 2050, African Americans are going to be at zero, no money. I was like, well, how are they going to do that? They're going to do that because they flood you with illegal aliens. They're going to get the job, Joby, not your Black ass.
But I think you've spoken about, and I've heard you talk about this, where I think you talked about this even before it started, where you said we're gonna be having all these illegal aliens and all that, and you said Americans are not going to be tolerating any kind of nonsense, especially from.
They don't tolerate it, but the white people's numbers are collapsing, Joby. So that's why this was going to cause what? A civil war. That's what they want. They need to collapse America to bring in a new world order. You know, because they move everything to China. They get trying to pretend, oh, China's double crossed them. China ain't double crossed nobody. That's what they keep telling you. China double crossed them. Get out of here.
Never did.
So
never did.
They never did, Joby. That's the scam they try to tell you. So they weaken America. I can't say it on here. I gotta go. I have to be on the network. I know we're live on the network, but I have to be exclusive to the network to tell you how I know what they did to America to destroy it from within on purpose. This is purpose. So, yeah. And so white people now only waking up, Joby, because now they got it as bad as black people. They didn't care if black people's all fucked up. They're only now mad because now they're fucked up. Oh, I'm being treated like a nigga, Joby. Now my life is worse than a black. I'm living like Joby. How dare I live like this nigga girl? How dare? So
not yet. I don't yet, because if you look at the majority of the people with the video we were watching last week, most of the people in the streets, it's literally the black community. Not, I mean, even if we have the white community, it's not that big of a number. Like the black community who are literally leading up.
Of course, the majority are black, but they got white people. White people ain't supposed to be on the street, Joby. Only your nigga butt is. They're not. I'm white, Joby. What does whiteness mean, Joby? If I gotta be on the street, I'm a white man, Joby. I'm a white woman. How dare? Just like you said. Like you said, you didn't believe white people can be in the street. Yes, right. I'm white. I'm on the street begging, Joby. I'm in a timber kind of country, America, when I'm a white man or white woman. I'm just as bad as a nigga. What kind of country is this, Joby? What kind of future is this?
It is crazy. Shout out to Don Karibu-san. Thank you so much for tapping the screen, and to everyone with us on TikTok. John, could I see you asking on TikTok, do you really believe they care about migrants that much? You don't think so? Why would they be giving them housing?
They don't care about them if it's the agenda. The agenda is to make sure blacks down the bottom have nothing, and to make sure they build up another bumper rate. Remember, the Democrats told you what Obama said they need to vote. How can a legal alien vote? I can't go to Kenya and vote. It's illegal. I'm a legal immigrant in Kenya. Obama, a former president, said, yeah, we want all these illegals to vote because they're losing the black vote. And they say, yeah, we're not giving you Negroes nothing. If that's the case, why the Democrats just say, you know what, we're going to give you black people what you deserve, what you want, so you will vote for us. They're not going to do that. I don't want you niggas to have nothing. Go ahead, Joey. What?
For how long are they going to keep up with this agenda? Fine, it's an agenda to collapse. Okay, if it is to lead a civil war, I mean, for how long is it going to be? Like, to what amount of time?
That's a good question, Joby. I have no idea, because we know the end game is that the psychopaths want a civil. So we know the psychopaths and the psychopaths that run the world. They want to destroy America from within. So they want a civil war. But will the people accommodate them? Because a lot of these white people waking up. They know they want a civil war, but like I said, we're not gonna give them a civil war on their standards. We're gonna do it by us, because if we do it by their standards, we'll lose. So you're right. So the question is, I don't know. Because you got Elon Musk telling the truth, though. I mean, this no good racist bastard. Tell the truth. So he's telling you they want to destroy society. He's out there telling them that if you destroy our society, you're not gonna survive it. If you destroy it, it's gonna come back and ricochet. You think you're gonna be in your bunker? He's telling them, and you're gonna survive what you're trying to do. See, I can't say it on YouTube. On Friday, family, we'll come back on the network with Jovi, and we'll just be on the network Friday. We're gonna say all the truth, the shocking, real truth on the network, because we got the network back up again. So we'll do it on the show page Friday, where we can go in depth, and it's some sinister stuff. See, most people mind blown. Elon Musk is telling you the truth, but he's part of the control system. He's just there to make you believe he's like an Alex Jones. Hey, I'm trying to help and he's just there to cause confusion. So
they are allowed to talk when they can't make a statement.
Exactly.
A certain statement,
exactly.
You know? Mm-hmm.
They're allowed to talk this confusion and try to fool us as if they're trying to have some kind of camaraderie. That's why you have Alex Jones always talking about the globalists. It's the globalists. Man, who are these globalists? He don't want to tell you it's the JEW. It's the globalists. It's the globalists. Some people, some made up name. So even the white people are starting to call his ass out, knowing he's brought up by the globalists, because they're not allowed to say their name. That's the scam.
Because they can't. But let me go to the comments quickly. Jima says that plants adapt naturally to environment change, and you'll have failure in the long run. Exactly. And I don't know when Africa just lost it, where we now being taught about how climate change affects our agriculture and all that. We as Africans, actually, this was something even Kitty was talking about. I think it was yesterday. We've been having a very crazy weather right here in the 254, unlike majority of so many years how we've known our weather is supposed to be running. Every January is never raining. It's always very hot. Like we're always getting into January, getting ready for it's gonna be that summertime. Like it's gonna be crazy hot, but it's now flooding. So make that make sense. So I just do hope Africans can understand what you're talking about. And I also see John Mosquito says that the Germans are known for their efficiency.
Exactly. They're known for their efficiency, their manufacturing prowess. That's why they make some of the best cars, your BMWs, your Mercedes, your Audis. They're some of the best manufacturing minds on the planet. That's true. You're right. That's what they're known for, Jim Mosquito, but they're not. So put this up, Joe, real quick. Say, while you read the comments, say Germany's manufacturing sector on the verge of collapse. And you're right, Ricky. You're right, Ricky. You see a lot of white people now working at ghetto Walmarts and ghetto stuff because they're all broke. Imagine somebody white working at a ghetto Walmart with all these Negroes, the Asians. Like, what the hell? What kind of life is this? Who lied to me? I'm working with these Negroes. I'm a white person. Joey, say, you pull up Germany's manufacturing sector on the verge of collapse. Should pull up some of Google ain't hiding it because the energy it doesn't work, Joe. You can't make a manufacturing giant off of windmills and damn solar panels. I keep coming down to Africa with that shit. It's a lie. South Africa did it. Now South Africa South Africa's having rolling blackouts. Hey man, we can't do this nonsense. This is stupid. It don't work. Yeah, moron. Shout out to Sri Lanka, who figured out too late and had to bum rush the president's house.
Okay, so they're saying that it's commonly believed that the industrial sector in the prime cut of German economy. However, looking at the performance of German companies across sectors since 2000, with more than a revenue of 500 million, that was in 500 million euros, that was in 2020. Results showed that the turnaround ability of the industrial sector is trailing behind the industry average, and the situation has worsened in recent years.
It's worse,
Yeah,
but,
and
but then I tell you because nobody's worse than Joby because they did the green shit they run into Africa. They talking about solar panels and windmills. That's why it's worse than Joby. They don't got no energy to make shit.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I'm sorry, John Mosquito. I didn't get your sarcasm. I should have done better. I should have done better. I also see Don is saying that the elites of the Euro West are trying to shift the global politics because Black community globally is enriching itself. That is true. I agree with you. And I also see Keith just got me confused with my comments now.
I'm sorry.
Okay, Jiva Java was saying that Germany is the third largest manufacturer and it's going down fast. Exactly.
Fast,
and also see
fast, Jibba Jabba, fast. And so the Germans ain't realized what's been done to them yet. They just starting to wake up. Because if Joby can pull this, I don't know if it's on YouTube or not. Pull this up, Joby, real quick on YouTube. Say, because we like Joby talking about the farms. They're trying to stop the farming. Say the German farmers riot. So you got the Germans because they try. Remember, these people are trying to do what to the whole world, but we can't say it. That's through the farmland, your food scarcity. So say the German farmers riot, RIOT. So you see the German farmers because they tell them they're not allowed to farm because that goes against global warming and all these other lies. You can't farm now because it goes against. See, they ain't brought that to the African yet. They're gonna come eventually to that crazy lie. Then that means you can't even eat then. Yeah, but you eat our GMO shit. That'll stop the global warming. This ain't even food. We know it. So what? This ain't even real food. This is fake. This is made in a damn science lab. Got people eating fake meat, fake vegetables. What are you talking about? But you've never seen none of this with Joby showing on no news. Nowhere on the planet have you showed the Germans farmers rioting and protesting about this new world order shit. See, this is misinformation. You're not to know that they're rioting because they're trying to shut down all farms all over the planet. They said farming causes global warming. All kind of lunacy they're pushing. But you gonna play, Joby?
crazy.
Berlin to join a giant protest. Some 3,000 tractors, 2,000 trucks, and an estimated 10,000 people crammed the avenue leading to Berlin's Brandenburg Gate. They're protesting against the government's
plans.
That's how you know this is global, fam. It's not country.
See, these people that run the planet, they don't believe in countries. They believe in a new world order and run the whole globe. That's why you see this is global. Not America, it's not Germany, this is global. Oh, go ahead, Joby.
Chancellor Olaf Scholz's coalition as it struggles to fix a budget mess. There's a fierce backlash.
Für ihn, für seine Gruppe bin ich heute hier und streike dafür, dass wir auch in Zukunft noch eine deutsche Landwirtschaft haben und nicht, dass wir alles irgendwie nach hierher importieren müssen. Das kann es
And the German language. Yeah. We have a German in the house. Let them translate. But I also see John Mosquito was saying that I went to a white bar once in Germany and it looked like a cave. There were no lights, just candles. Must be horrific, you know. Why are you going in a bar that has candles? I can't. I need me music. I need me some good people just hyped up, you know. I can't go on a boring silent club, trust me. Unless I'm just going to eat, which I'll take
Because
my ass to a restaurant.
because General Mosquito is a nut, Joby. He's a British nut.
It's crazy, Joe Mosquito. And I also see Juba Jaba says baby powder is banned. I'll confirm tomorrow if I go to the supermarket and take a picture of it. If I find it on the on the powders, so I'll go check, and I think it's still used. I'm not sure, but I believe it's still used right in the 254.
I know they were banning it. They were banning it. That's right. But Google tell you it's safe and effective, like they always do. It's safe and effective.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And I also see Juba Jaba says that a black woman used and got 90 million. God damn.
Mm-hmm.
And sued.
Of course. Now remember that's Africa. Of course it's gonna be. Of course it's gonna be dumped in Africa. They gonna tell these politicians you're taking your shut your mouth. Okay, white daddy. So I'm pretty sure it probably is on the shelf. You'll be gonna find it you'll be gonna find it in a whole shelf, all in the supermarket in Africa, in Kenya, all on the shelf.
I'll check it because the moment John Mosquito mentioned it, I was just like, I know this image of this powder in my head. But I also see John says the migrant situation is getting out of hand in America. It sure is. And so it has been also getting out of hand in Africa, you know, because it's crazy. It's crazy. John also says that what is the real agenda of allowing so many migrants? I think it has explained it, you know, civil war.
Replacement people. Look. I'm gonna tell you now. Come back Friday, fam. I'll let Joby go on YouTube for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, then we're going straight to the network. I will explain that in depth what the migrant shit is really about. I'm going to explain what they found about right now, running around in America, and I've seen it myself. And I wasn't sure. I didn't know nothing about it yet. Well, all these. Jibba Jabba might know something about it. Jibba Jabba Pennsylvania has a big deer population. Jibba Jabba, have you come across any deer acting strangely? Or actually, have you come across any deer acting strangely, Jibba Jabba? Anybody live in a big, highly population of deers? I've noticed that deer have been acting very weird lately, right? These deer have been acting very weird. And so a lot of these deer were VACCIN, you know, VA, you know what? Let's say assassinated, we would use it with a V, by another Zuckerberg, another small hat. And so now they're getting what people are calling zombie diseases. Now you fucking around eating that deer meat, and they said now it can be what? Cross transmission from the deer to human. They call it the zombie. Let me see if they even got it on Google yet. Put this up, Joe, because it's new. I've seen deer. I said, how these deer? Remember, deer never seen out in the daytime, usually by you nowhere on the road. I seen deer acting weird. It was just out in the daytime. See if you can put this up, Joe. Say the new. What? Say. What is the new? Huh? Google it. Google this for me. Say. What is the new zombie deer? Zombie, ZOMBIE, deer, DEER. What's the new deer? What's the new zombie deer disease called? Or condition? Might not be condition called. Huh?
I was to say, I don't know. if it is relatable with the Leave the World Behind, where we had those on
those deer. That's right. That's right. That's right. No, those were
the ones
deer.
that were coming out, though they were warning the people. I don't know.
Those were deer, Joby. Those were deer. I didn't thought about that. Damn, I forgot about that movie. Yep, those were deer, Joby. Those are deer. Those were deer.
John Mosquito, you're crazy. What do you mean if I know what a deer is? I know what a deer is. Come on. They're saying that zombie deer is a chronic wasting disease that first surfaces in deer, reindeer, sika deer, and moose. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, a national health agency in the U.S. is unclear how the name zombie deer emerged. That was by 28th of December 2020.
Yeah, damn, you had one in your yard. Yeah, I've been noticing, like, I didn't know nothing about it. But I'm going to talk about it Friday on the network. It's deep. Man, this family, we're ruled by the most evilest, psychopathic, super psychopaths you can imagine. And they're not the globalists either. The globalists now. This is some wicked, evil shit. It's all planned. I ain't know nothing about this. I thought these deer were acting weird. I said, how this deer just out in the middle of the damn street and it's the daytime and it's walking around like nobody can see it. What the hell? You know, usually they go in the woods and they don't come out till like at night. It's that same leave the world behind type shit. Like what the hell? I didn't really think nothing about it until I seen a TikTok video. Shout out to damn TikTok. Boy, that TikTok's crazy. So I was like, what? I didn't know that they had VIACNNINE, these deer throughout America and Canada. And now this is what oh man, it's some wicked shit. Now remember they're going to talk about virus X. I'm going to bring that up too. I'll bring that up Friday. We're going to go deep on the network Friday. We can't talk about it on YouTube. This is some real wicked.
Let me finish up the comments.
Yeah, you go, Joe.
Let me finish up the comments. I see Dawn on TikTok says that the U.S. Reserve Bank should be in gold. What even Europe knows that Africa we've got more in every country. After we start our own currency, we will crash
they do know. That's why, Don, when you do your own currency, they coming to blow your head off. Welcome to the world, of course. You're the wealthiest continent on the planet, of course.
He also adds that the climate change is a hoax of the IMF, the European Commission, and they don't want Africa.
You guys are starting to be smart. Somebody on TikTok knows that's exactly correct. And who owns? And now let's go. Who owns the IMF and the World Bank? Let's go to there. And it ain't the goddamn globalists either. Who owns it? Who owns the IMF and the World Bank?
Cut to the small hands.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
But let me finish up the comments. I see John Mosquito also says, okay, I think we read that. John Mosquito also adds, Black Americans might as well relocate to another country, change identity, come back as immigrants.
Joe Mosquito, that's enough. The African Americans they don't know how to do another accent. They're gonna come back sound like the same ignorant ghetto Negroes that left. They don't do an accent like Joby. Joby can do that goofy British accent, that goofy Jamaican accent. These Black Americans can't do no accent. Joe Mosquito, they gonna know they not no immigrant.
You need to take me. I'm gonna perform better on your behalf. You know. But you want me a Nigerian? You want me a Jamaican, a South African? Which one? I'll do it all. I also see John Mosquito says the white people getting a test over their own medicine. Their own medicine. That is true.
Yeah.
And I also see Juba Jaba says that Joby did a the Tana Diaries. I'll post a copy for you. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I'll appreciate. Shout out to Ricky Snow, Karibu Sana. Nice to see you on Facebook. You're saying that here is
yeah, good to see Ricky again. I haven't seen Rick in a while. Hopefully you're good, brother. Hopefully Ricky's okay. Go ahead, Joby.
Yeah, I hope you are okay. And it says here is a Minneapolis, St. Paul's. I see a lot of older whites working Asian, working on gate Walmart cab food.
Yeah.
Good luck to them. We've been doing that all our lives.
They mean they're being forced to work in the poor sections, Joby. White people are being forced to work in the ghetto. Imagine being, I'm in the ghetto with these dirty niggas, Joby.
Yeah, they deserve it. They deserve. I'm not even feeling sorry for none of them. Trust me.
You're not supposed to. All right.
Yeah. Jason said that so many other issues will take place before 2050. I bet so many. And I also see you saying that Texas not playing with these creatures. Yeah, I think we read that, and we saw that the U.S. government was filing
was suing
case
Texas,
against.
yeah.
They said that actually
was
Texas
suing Texas for trying to stop the illegal aliens. Yeah, that's how you know the American government's behind it. They're trying to sue Texas for trying to stop these people coming across their border, and the federal government is saying, "You better not do it. Hell, you're doing." And while the government gaslights you, say, "We don't know how these illegals are getting in here. We don't know what's happening." Okay, yeah, all right, all right.
And I also, John was going to say that I really do believe that these so-called elites want to see how stupid the masses are, and the only explanation for them
is true
insulting our intelligence. And Jibba Jabba says that yes, they have a wasting disease. I had one in my yard. I think he thread that. And Jason also says nothing they do will not last, and nothing down here is forever. It's all temporary. I don't put my energy into none of this stuff. I love the way you're always into that, just not putting a lot of energy into it. As much as we're supposed to talk about it, let it not distract us from just living the current and the present life we have right now, And I also see Jabba says it's really they put on feeder belt with the vaccines. The feeder belts with the vaccines. And also see John Mosquito says are deers friendly animals. I've never seen one in real life. Yeah, they are, but they are scared. They're kind of, I think they have fear. They run away very quickly.
A deer will fuck you up. Friendly.
Really?
But I get like, hell yeah, a deer will mess you up. So we do this for me real quick since we about to get out of here. Go to YouTube and say deer. Say deer attack people. Say deer attack people. I guess some of them are nice. But a deer will mess your ass up. I don't know about a deer being friendly. I never seen them. I mean, like Joker said, they're usually scared of you. They usually run away from you. But if you're trying to stop them getting their coochie, they'll fuck you up.
Yeah, because I know they see people and run away,
Yeah, they run away. Yeah, they see you and they run away. That's usually. But don't get it twisted. When them big ass male bucks with them horns, that they'll fuck you up. Them horns, that deer can kill your ass in an instant, rip you to shred with them horns. Remember, there's a video on YouTube with a guy spread. He was trying to shoot the deer, and he sprayed deer pee, women deer pee on him. So he got the buck. He got the buck outside. The buck was trying to have sex with him, trying to get his ass, because he had deer pee. He had female deer pee on him. That male deer was going crazy trying to get that white man because he had that female deer pee on him. God dare you, don't be trying to fool me, trying to stop me from getting coochie. That deer was mad as hell.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I see it, Joey. We see it. You see, that's a small deer without them horns. You get a full grown deer, You put some female DP on your ass, he coming to get your ass.
Bad boy.
Damn.
Now, once you guys get over the working over by the fence, if you can't, you're gonna be mad as hell with this out there.
Oh, Joby, type this in there real quick. Say, man puts female.
I think because of the
female.
horns.
Put this. Yeah, them horns will mess your ass up. Put this. Them horns will kill you. Put this on. Put this on in your search. Say, man puts puts female deer pee on him and gets attacked by deer. Yeah.
Trust me, I really love laughing most of the times when I see my people just messed up and attacked. Let me see.
Oh, they do. They say man puts deer pee. Man puts female deer pee and gets attacked by deer.
This terrifying cushions.
Yeah. What he get? Trying to get that male deer penis hard. That's what you get.
That's how that is.
My internet is bad.
That's all right. It goes, that big ass deer. You think this thing won't kill your ass? They gonna stab the shit out your ass.
And this enormous force pushed me to the floor. At that moment, I think, no, I'm going to die this part.
Nah, I have seen why people messed up somehow, especially by these animals. It just excites me. It's just exciting because why are you going to literally attack animals? It's always them starting, going to poke animals for no reason. Then a bear comes and attacks you, or a whole alligator turns you around. It's always funny, always very funny. The paper says in the 70s it was coming ice age. And I also see John Mosquito says Jabba Jabba, that's the first time I saw a deer. Was in the movie Bambi. I don't know if you remember that film. Okay. And I also
everybody remembers the Disney movie Bambi, Mosquito. We know you cried at the end when Bambi's mother got shot in the head. We know you cried on the cartoon, Jovi. Mosquito. Mosquito was crying, "Mommy, they killed Bambi's mama. They killed Bambi's mama. What the hell they do?" We know you cried, Mosquito.
Was a man. Yeah, to Byron Scott. John Mosquito also says, I'm cool without my glasses, Jabba Jabba. Thank you so much for being concerned. John Mosquito says that the last time I take animal advice from you, Joby, you take advice. I'm gonna kill someone. I'm not gonna kill anyone. I don't know. I love animals. I just can't mess up with no snakes, no crocodile.
You'll be getting messed up touching shit you ain't supposed to be messing with.
Nah, but I think that he's friendly. He doesn't have the horns, okay? And I also see Byron says that the deer population here in Wisconsin,
yeah,
out of control, and they're all over the place. Well, you have only deers. We have lions everywhere, so you should be grateful. We have giraffes, we have lions, walking everywhere. So you are lucky. And I also see Juba Juba says that deers are cool.
And Joey, talking about why they need guns in Africa. They got wild lions walking around. Are you crazy? I ain't going nowhere without no damn gun to shoot one of these lions in the head. Are you crazy? Got a wild lion walking around out here. You crazy?
Also see Jason says that they feed deers they should feed the deers the immigrants. I bet they should, man. Or either the immigrants are gonna start eating the deers once the agenda of them being used time is over. It's gonna be crazy. But anyway, family, we're coming to the end of today's show. It's been amazing. I don't think
another good show. Fun show. Much love, family.
Mm-hmm. I also see Dawn says that the owners are the Black Rocks and the Rockefellers. Yep, you are correct.
You better believe it, baby. I'm glad you know. See,
Mhm.
everybody's waking up. Everybody's waking up. That's right. That's right.
Mhm. Come back on Friday. We shall be discussing more. And if you want to enjoy much more of our conversation, because I see you know a lot, Don, and I really, really love your vibe. Kutoka tu jana. Big up to you. You're that guy. You can go to our YouTube channel that is under the Blackout Fire Network. Subscribe.
It's gonna get
And
real
you can also
Friday,
join us
family.
through our website that is on the
We're gonna be on TikTok for 10 minutes.
www.blackoutfirenetwork.com.
We're gonna be on TikTok for 10 minutes. We're gonna be on YouTube for 10 minutes. Then we're going to the network, and it's gonna get real. So get ready to put your seatbelt on. See, we get to say things that other people can't because we own our shit. We own our network, so it's gonna get real.
Yep. We're going on a road trip, baby. So shout out to Kapusim Finest. Nice to see you. Long time. And I also see Don says, I know a lot. It's nice, man, because majority of our people, when you talk about these things, they don't know. You say, no, you wish I will host you if you DM me. Just DM me after this, right here on TikTok or kwa page yangu, Natalie Joby or the Blackout Fire Network. Then we can discuss more on how or when I can host you for this kind of discussions. So nonetheless, Keith, closing remarks. Any that you have?
Yeah, I just want to say much love to everybody. Take care of themselves. Stay away from crazy deer and stay away from damn lions running around freaking crazy.
Yeah.
So much love, family.
Much love, family. Asanteni sana, Jason, John Mosquito, to all our amazing, thank you, almost 30 of you in the building today. Asanteni sana. I appreciate for being with us on today's conversation. See you guys tomorrow. Remember, every Tuesday and Thursday, we had Jiba Jabba in the building. That was yesterday, if I'm not wrong, on the culture show. And if in case you can tune in on the culture show, every Tuesday and Thursday, we're always on the
and remember,
radio
they're gonna be on the network. That's right. Family, go to the network now. We're there all the time live. You can go check out Joby on the musical show, and she spins the ones and twos, plays Jamaican music all damn day.
Nah, he lied. John Mosquito say the truth before I leave. I catch some fire here. I didn't play no Jamaican music. Say the truth. But anyway, much love, family.
I'm joking.
I leave you with some jam by Eve. See you guys tomorrow.
That ain't the AIDS song, is it? There'll be some